What if I told you that your biggest competitors are accidentally leaving their most valuable SEO secrets completely exposed on the internet and you can find them right now for free? No, you don't need to pay hundreds or thousands for fancy SEO tools. All you need is the standard Google search bar and a little known technique called Google docking. So let me show them to you. Let's go. Now, Google Docs might sound like a weird insult, but it's actually a set of hidden search commands like cheat codes that cybersecurity experts use to find hidden information. And now I'm going to show you how to use these cheat codes for SEO to steal your competitors' best backlink opportunities and uncover the exact content gaps that they are trying to hide from you. So let's start with this. Search in this AI era is all about achieving topical authority, and one way your competitors are doing it is through topic clusters, meaning several related articles talking about one big idea. So we can use this to uncover those topics. Let's say that we, Rank Math, wants to know what keywords our competitor All-in-One SEO is targeting related to how to and SEO. We can go to Google and type in title : then quoted how to. Make sure that there is no spaces between the colon and the quote, then space around bracket 3, space quoted SEO, and space site : our competitor's URL. This will show you all pages with SEO titles that includes both how to and SEO, and that there are 1 to 3 words in between them. And we are looking for keywords on our competitor's site. And as you can see, there are 5 search results pages. And all SEO titles include up to 3 words between how to and SEO. You see, there is how to and then 1 word in between and SEO. The same goes for this, how to and 2 words in between and SEO. And that's the same for the rest. You can find more keywords if you increase this number, let's say 10. And you will see that there are now 9 search results pages, which means there are more variations that our competitor has targeted related to how to and SEO. And if we want to go even further to figure out what our competitors has been creating for the past month related to how to and SEO, we can filter the results by clicking on Tools, hover over Anytime, and select Past Month. And you will see very specifically what related content has been created in that period. Feel free to use the custom range to filter out the period you wish to reference. This can be applied to any business or niche. All you have to do is to figure out the keyword pattern. You will have in title, as this will look for keywords in the SEO titles. You will have the first keyword such as best practices, add the around 3 or whatever number, and the second keyword such as coffee, and add site : your competitor's URL. This will filter only the pages from your competitor's website. Of course, if you remove your competitor's site, Google will find all keywords that fit the criteria without filtering pages from a specific site. I'm sure this is pretty useful for any business that wants to spy on their competitors' topic clusters. Next, let's talk about this. Finding out where your competitors are being mentioned and where you are not can uncover massive link building, PR, and community engagement opportunities. Let's say that we want to find out which websites are talking about our competitor, Yoast SEO, so that we can potentially reach out and get Rank Math mentioned there as well. We can go to Google and type your quoted competitor's name or brand name, then space minus site : and your competitor's URL. This will look for the exact phrase anywhere on the web, but not from its own official website. And as you can see, the search results are filled with third-party blogs and articles that mention our competitor. These are prime targets for outreach. And just like before, if we want to see only the most recent mentions to jump on fresh opportunities, we can click on Tools and select Past Month. And now you can see exactly who has been talking about them recently. This can be applied to any business or niche. All you have to do is to plug in your competitor's details. You will have your competitor's brand name or product name enclosed in quotation marks, such as AirPods Max 2, to ensure Google looks for the exact match. If you don't put the quotation, it will be a broad match. They can be looking for Max, they can be looking for 2, and not the exact AirPods Max 2. Then add a space, minus sign, site : and your competitor's URL, like apple.com. to filter out their own website from the results. Now, what if we want to get even more specific and find active communities or forums where people are recommending our competitor, but our business hasn't even been brought up in the conversation yet? When you go back to Google, use this template. This part looks for your competitor's brand or product name, and this part will restrict the search to forum-style URLs. The minus part will find pages that do not include your brand name, and we also do not want to see results from our competitor's URL. So back in Google, we can change this to our competitor, and this to rank math, and this to our competitor's URL. And just in case some websites write our brand name without a space, we can add an additional minus phrase. So space, quotes, and rank math without the space. As you can see, this search is incredibly powerful. It finds forum and thread pages mentioning our competitor, but completely excludes any pages that already mention rank math. So let's say that we visit this page. Let's search for rank math. It doesn't include that either way. So every result you see here is a warm opportunity. Someone on the web is actively discussing your competitor, and you can jump into that thread, add genuine value, and naturally introduce your brand as an alternative. If you want to cast a wider net for community discussions beyond just traditional forums, you can use this broader alternative. Instead of in-URL forum or thread, you could add additional nets such as community, discussion, or bot. This is in addition to what we had earlier, and it expands Google search into modern community platforms, discussion boards, and support hubs that might not use forum or thread in their URL. This is perfect for finding hidden conversational gold mines across the web where your competitor is dominating the chatter. And finally, if you know your audience hangs out on specific massive Q&A platforms like Reddit or Quora, you can target those directly. To search only Reddit, you can type your competitor's name in quotes, then space /reddit.com, and then space minus your quoted brand name. Or to search only Quora, you will replace this with Quora.com. This immediately surfaces threads on these specific mega platforms where users are asking or recommending your competitor and your brand is completely absent from the discussion. Similarly, you can add more variations, and you will find more accurate results. I'm sure this is pretty useful for any business that wants to hijack their competitors' word-of-mouth marketing and build community presence. Next, let's talk about this. Now we are going one step further to discover our competitors' sponsorship and partnership activities that grows their backlink profile. So on Google, this is the template you want to use. You will replace this with your competitor's name and replace this with their URL. As you can see, the search results review community events, open source projects, and organizations that list our competitor as a sponsor or partner. These are incredibly actionable targets. If an organization is willing to link to your competitor in exchange for a donation, a sponsorship, or a partnership, there is a very high chance you can reach out to these exact same organizations to offer your own support and earn a backlink or mention. That's for backlinks and sponsorships. Now, let's look at some gated content, those that are not supposed to be available to the public, like their in-house documents or lead magnets. Often, competitors create highly valuable resources like ebooks, checklists, or presentations that they hide behind an email opt-in form, but sometimes Google indexes these files anyway, leaving them right out in the open for us to find. So on Google, this is the template you want to use to uncover them. You can replace this with your competitor's URL, and here you go. Our competitor even have a Black Friday checklist, which I think is an internal document. I presume this is a lead magnet. So this is an absolute goldmine. It reviews exactly what kind of gated content and lead magnets your competitors is using to capture emails. You can study these documents to understand what their audience finds valuable and then create an even better, more updated version for your own website. And the best part is, you didn't even have to give them your email address to see what they are working on. Next, let's talk about some local business docs. One of the biggest factors for local rankings is citations, which are basically your business being cited on local and industry directories. So let's say that we are an aircon servicing company and I know my direct competitor is doing great on Google Maps and I want to figure out their backlink and citation strategy. I would use this template. Now, assuming this is my competitor, So Cool Private Limited. I will replace this with so cool, and my competitor's URL is this. And as we hit enter, you will see all the directories that my competitor is on. You can add an advanced filter so that you know the directories are truly from your country. Click on Tools and then Advanced Search. Make sure that your competitor's name is in quotes, and you need to change the region to your country. For our case, it will be Singapore. And as we hit Advanced Search, we now know these directories are truly from your country. And we can work on getting our aircon servicing company on these directories if they make sense. This is one of the fastest ways to close the gap between you and the top ranking local businesses in your area. Other than that, you can also use local Google Docs to filter out major social media and review sites to find local blogs, partner websites, or community bots that mention your competitor. For example, this. You will replace the placeholders accordingly. And this will find all the local blogs, partner websites, and community bots in your country that mention your competitor. So if they mention your competitor, they might be willing to mention and link to you if the conditions are right. One last doc for local businesses. You can use this to find secondary review platforms like Trustpilot, Better Business Bureau, or local niche sites where your competitor is actively driving customer reviews. So let's replace the placeholders accordingly. And Google will find those secondary local review sites for you. This helps you diversify your own review generation strategy beyond just your Google business profile. Alright, now let me quickly add 3 more general Google Docs templates for different use cases. Let's start with a simple one. You can use this to find core pages your competitor considers evergreen and continuously updates to maintain rankings. So let's change the placeholders accordingly. And Google will find those evergreen pages that our competitor keeps updating every year. These are great topic ideas if you haven't worked on them yet. And these are usually their most profitable or highest traffic assets. Next, we have this. This will review all the pages where your competitor is referenced as a resource related to the keyword, but our brand name is not mentioned. So let's say that this is SEO tools, this is our competitor name, and this is our brand name. Similarly, we can add more variations. And these are the pages that have mentioned our competitor but did not mention us. Let's visit, for example, this page. Let's search for our competitor. We see it here, but when we search for our brand, we can't find it. Time to reach out to this site if you deem it worthy. Now, these resources can be replaced with other page types as well, such as Roundup, and you will find a whole new set of pages that mention your competitor but not you. You can also replace these with recommendations or guides, and you will find more backlink outreach opportunities. And finally, this is the simplest. If you want to find all the published and indexed content your competitors has created for the month, simply use this. Replace this with your competitor URL, then click Tools and filter the past month. And you will see all the new or updated posts they have done for the month. Simple and easy. So these are all the Google Docs templates that we have discussed that will uncover the hidden ranking strategies that your competitor has implemented. You can find these templates to copy through the link in the description. If these are helpful, do help us out by smashing that thumbs up. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you are not using RankMath on your WordPress site, I highly recommend that you do so because we provide all the useful tools you need to do well in traditional and AI search. Check out the link below to download the free version to your site. And subscribe to us if you haven't done so that you will not miss any of our latest technical deep dives. This is Jack from RankMath. I'll see you in the next video.